Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to another episode of It's Look Who It Is. We're right here. He is here. It's true. Now what was I gonna say? I'm not entirely sure. I was gonna say a lot of things, but there's been discourse on my Twitter timeline because somebody called Luffy from One Piece a terrorist. And then they got dogpiled and everybody was like, you don't watch the show, you've got no idea what you're talking about, Luffy isn't a terrorist. And I mean, like, I know that One Piece fans aren't known for their media literacy, but like, that's crazy. Like, my man's literally like picking a fight with the world government. He's literally raiding like the headquarters of the world government, the headquarters, to save his criminal brother who's getting executed by the world government, not by like some local principality, not by some kingdom, but by the world government is trying to execute his brother. My man's breaking into the stage of the world government. My man is breaking into like the fucking what would it be called? Like the judicial island of Enies Lobby. Its entire purpose is to be this, like, untouchable government stronghold, which leads to the world government's prison and the world government's, like, base of operations. He's breaking into that. He's burning it to the ground. He's beating the shit out of the employees who work there. And it's like, I don't even know. Like, I mean, have we watched the same show? My man declared war against the world government. Like, what on earth are you cooking? Like, it's objectively a correct take. I mean, his dad's also, a revolutionary, who's trying to undermine and destroy the world government, so, and he has also picked a fight with the world government, so I mean, my man's a terrorist, you know? Like, I don't understand what people are cooking. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea. But anyways, World of Horror, the game you're looking at your screen right now. I'm sure YouTube's... I can't say Susan anymore. It's so sad. I'm sure YouTube is really, really happy that I keep saying the word terrorist for like 80 times. I'm sure they're happy about that. And now, I have a random headache. This is the world government activating my brain chip to get me to stop talking about freedom fighters, you know? True and real. Conspiracy build. Oh god. Anyways, random item statistics if through two. Hey, look, it's the last run. Oh, let's go! If I was ever gonna make a soy face, it would be like seeing like a Wojak, a soy face. Is that what the kids are calling it? It would be getting a Mizuki. Not a Mizuki run, a Miku run. A fake fan. He's a fake fan, everybody. Webweaver Actual Filler is a fake fan of World of Horror. He's actually never played it. This is just AI Web that's been doing this. You know, it's a experiment. But anyways, what on earth am I talking about? Oh, speaking of AI, that fucking AI South Park thing is fucking crazy. Strength, seconds, dexterity, light source. Okay. 2 stats, the left ones, and then your memory needs to be checked. Also a light source, but hopefully we'll be on, like, Timeline B Sailors for something like that, you know? But, it really is unreal, because it's like, okay, the fake episodes of South Park that those guys generated, those episodes are dog shit, right? Like, I watched, like, 1.5 of them. They're bad. They're awful. But here's the thing, and this is kind of my wheelhouse, so I know what I'm talking about here, but, like, low-effort content, people like that. There's a market for that, and also, YouTube Kids exists. Like, if you think they won't be, like, AI generating fucking, I don't know, Elza Spider-Man or whatever's the new hotness to just, like, absolutely ruin the minds of a generation with. If you don't think they're gonna be doing that shit, like, the babies will actually be trying to scroll while they cry in their sleep. That video, I didn't see that video because I saw it pop up on my Twitter feed, and I was like, this is the stupidest thing ever. I'm just gonna scroll past it, and I have video autoplay turned off. And then somebody said it was fake, and then I watched the video, and it's very obviously an AI generated, or at least AI manipulated video, and it, or maybe it's just like edited by a human, I don't know. But it's like the hands are all fucked up, and it doesn't look right. Like, it just looks bad. Like, it's clearly an edited, doctored video. It's very funny that, like, I had people... Like, I knew people in real life who were taking that video seriously, and I had friends just randomly bring it up, like, oh, yeah, are you doom scrolling in your sleep? And it's like, no, I'm not on that baby grind set right now, but... I don't know, man. The AI shit's getting scary, dude. Like, yes, the episodes of South Park that it generated were dog shit. But the thing is, there are some people who would watch that. There are definitely some people who would watch that, and they would enjoy it, and they would pay money for it. And the fact that that's a big enough demographic, which it is a pretty big demographic. I'm not saying specifically, like, y'all are in that same wheelhouse. I don't think you are, because there's a difference between low-effort content and low-effort, like, mass-produced... Well, maybe mass-produced is the wrong word, but I think there's a difference between a very popular TV show being mass-produced and also a, whatchamacallit, somebody playing a video game every day. I think those two things are different. They're in a similar, like, content category of being content that is, like, lower in effort and also produced a lot of, like, I don't know, I'm trying to cook here, okay? I hope what I'm saying might make a little bit of sense. But, we saw Moriko immediately, didn't even have to put the Emmerdale up. I need to get money. I've got to get more money. But yeah, no, there's your, there's your discourse for one video. Let's talk about something silly. What's silly? I recently found out about, well, this is also discourse, so I guess you could never, the discourse never ends. You best start believing in it, because you're listening to it right now. But I found out about that, like, Magic the Gathering Lord... Why did I do this? I found out about the Magic the Gathering Lord of the Rings set. And it's so funny to me that, like, you just have all these fucking boxes, and there's, like, 6 of them that are, like, $40, and only one of them, like, 5 of them or 4 of them contain, like, 3 cards. Or, like, not 3 cards, sorry, 3 booster packs. And then the good one contains 8 booster packs. And it's, like, it's all, like, $40 bundles, something like that. And then you just have, like, the $200 bundle that gives you the actually good shit that people want. And it's, like, I think that's very funny. Also, they did a, and this is actually kind of cool. I actually think this is kind of neat, okay? I will be a, that's neat Andy, even though it's artificial scarcity, is they came out with this sort of, like, well, you know the ring from Lord of the Rings, right? You might not have heard of it. But, like, the ring from Lord of the Rings, they made a version of the card where it is the one, it's the one real ring, right? So it's like, it has the Elvish language printed on as the card effect, you know? So it's not like a normal Magic card where you just read it. It's like, it's in Elvish, so... I guess if you can read Elvish from Lord of the Rings, then you would be able to read the card. So I guess it is a normal Magic card when you really think about it. You can just read it, but I feel like a lot less people probably speak a fictional language than a real one. But apparently it's not legal as, like, a card. Like, you can't play it in Standard or whatever. So maybe it's not a normal Magic card. Anyways, they only made one of them because it's unique. It's the haha funny, the one ring to rule them all, etc., etc. And I just find it so funny. I was reading the details of the story, and it's like the person who got it, they put it in a fucking bank vault, and they just have, like, their, like, they're accepting offers for it, $1 million offers for it, through their lawyer. through a special email address. And apparently it's real. Like, it got confirmed by Wizards of the Coast or whatever company it is. And I think that's pretty funny. That, like, the person who got it, they didn't it was like a cousin of a regular, and then once they found out that what they had was like a unique magic card that people wanted for like $2 million and a dinner and a free flight and dinner, some wining and dining. I do think it's really funny that they just put it in the fucking bank vault. Like, can you just imagine like opening a bank vault and seeing like a card in a double sleeve or whatever they're called? That would be so funny. I don't know. I've been trying to, here's the thing. I've been getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And I really, 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 really like Yu-Gi-Oh! I played Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was a kid. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was a teenager. I dropped Yu-Gi-Oh! When I was a teenager. And now I'm coming back to it as an adult. And I really want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And I really want to open, like, a fucking booster box or whatever. Like, just get a bunch of packs that have like, cards that I'm vaguely interested in and just, like, just crack open some cold packs with the boys, you know? That would go incredibly hard. But, the thing that I'm specifically thinking about right now is, like, I also used to play Magic, but for a much shorter period of time, and I was not into Magic for as long as Yu-Gi-Oh! And I always liked Yu-Gi-Oh! More. It's just that, like, for a brief period of time, the people who I played with, they just played Magic instead of Yu-Gi-Oh! So I switched to Magic. And Magic was fun. I played a blue-black deck, and a black and white deck, and an artifact deck, colorless. Those were all fun. And then a friend gave me their old, now banned, green-white deck, which tormented me in my waking hours and dreaming hours as well. I could never escape the ally deck, the human and elf ally deck. Just beat the shit out of me every single time. Abnormal Arms, Violent Vigil, Ramen, Household Hell. Probably we could just go to Violent Vigil. I think that's fine. Now, if this is doomed, then I made a mistake. It's not doomed, so we're so back. But, I have no interest in playing Magic ever again, or at least right now, I have no interest in playing Magic, but I am really enjoying watching videos about Magic. But I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! It's kind of weird, right? Like, I'm enjoying watching Magic YouTubers more than I am watching, like, Yu-Gi-Tubers? Is that what they call them? This kind of goes terrible, actually. It's like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. We actually got good rolls on this. -5 speed, which is good. We did lose chance to hit, but that's okay. Like, we're not getting a monkey wrench for its chance to hit in the first place. Meat Cleaver Pog, 5 damage. 5 damage Meat Cleaver. Oh, so close. If it was a 3 damage Meat Cleaver, that would just be insulting and offensive. But, yeah, no, it's medical history? Okay, it's not a medical history that we have to worry about, that's for sure. That's not good enough. I think we will throw the small candle just to expedite the process. Because remember, we're not using a sharp weapon, so we're not really getting anything out of this. Ooh, garbage. We maybe should keep Midasu Touch. That might go hard. Midasu Touch on Haru would go unbelievably hard. By the way, 2 Yashiro episodes banked for the Yashiro arc. The so-called Yashiro arc. So, I mean, you know, keep up the good work. I'm looking forward to not playing Yashiro as much as possible. Now, what else was there? What else was there? There were other things to talk about. There were other things to discuss. We're gonna throw the Meat Cleaver, because -2 to all kinda goes hard when you're kinda worried about your sanity at the moment. You see, I'm not really worried about my physical health. I'm more worried about my mental. Which you should probably be worried about both at the same time, but that might be a little overwhelming. The submarine domination continues. You probably weren't expecting a sentence like that, but my friend and I, we've been working on a fleet of submarines. Just like a whole horde of them. I don't know what you call a group of submarines, but You know, we've been working on a lot of those. We've got most of the FCs done. We're just waiting on one of them. And we got most of the houses, too. If you're wondering what I'm doing, you might want to look at the housing rant I did a while ago. Because I'm pretty sure I mentioned that submarines were ridiculously profitable. And that's why you can't buy a house. That's why you, in Final Fantasy XIV, right now, cannot buy a house. Because submarines are too profitable. Or a guild house, I should say. And I'm contributing to the problem, so feel free to hate me. But the thing is, after I made that rant video, I realized that, wait a minute, submarines are profitable. And then I like Gil. You might not know this, but I actually like money. I'm a money enjoyer, both real currency and fictional currency. And the idea of getting it for free every day seems pretty nice. So, you know, it's a little bit of a little bit of disrespectful trolling. Oh, it's look who it is, huh? The other doomed location is the hospital. Did we have a hospital mystery? I don't even know. We're probably okay. 2% doom in this economy? I think we can justify that. We don't have drenched, do we? No, we do not. Blood Moon kind of, like, sucks. Oh, God. We can't just instantly kill the other guy, right? Like, we can't just instantly kill the other guy, right? I wonder. 60% is not that bad, though. Well, it actually, like, is, but, you know. So here's what I want to do, okay? This is what I want to do. This is really dumb. This is really, really, really stupid. But I want to do it. And I could have, if I was fast enough, handcuffed him. I should have just killed him, by the way. I shouldn't have used the handcuffs. Because that means that, because I used the handcuffs, it means future human enemies are going to be a little bit harder. We'll do a little, try to learn what happened. And I was gonna say we'll lose a little, gain a little, but, actually that was not the case. We are so back. Low threat level mansions, pretty good. Can't really complain about that. But, yeah, I've just been gathering a lot of materials. Oh, did I ever talk about how I got owned in my own static? How my own rules were used against me? And I'm in, like, agony and misery? I have to level Paladin from fucking... I have to level Paladin from level 1 to level 90 before Mundus. Ugh. Not looking forward to it, but it is what it is. Because basically what happened was, I had, that's not good enough, and the dickhead healed. So, hold on. Okay, we're gonna do that again. I'm glad he didn't heal. I didn't look. I didn't pay attention how much health he had. We missed so many 72% chances there. Oh, the Kendo helmet? If you gave me the ritual mask, I was gonna cry a little bit. I would cry myself to sleep tonight. That's true. But, basically, I told them, because they're all new to Savage, right? So I have no idea if, when they get in there, they're gonna want to keep doing their jobs, you know? Because they might have multiple jobs that they like to play. They might be like, oh yeah, I could do this, and then they get into it, and they're like, oh god, I kind of hate that, because I'd rather do an easier thing. So I said I would be the Phil. And when we got to the point that we're getting loot, you can't change anymore. You can't change anymore at all. Indomitable cut? Okay, it doesn't really matter. The first person to injure us, by the way, was a guy tied to a chair with rope and he was just chanting. That's the first person to give us an injury, and he gave us an indomitable cut. We must have fumbled our own weapons so hard, and something, you know, had a horrible tool-related accident. But what was I gonna say? I don't even know. It is what it is. It's look who it is, and it is what it is. It's both of those things. It's pretty crazy. I don't know why I'm leveling up my knowledge, but I am. I need to level up my dexterity because the strength's gonna go to 9 at this point. But I like it being at 9, so I guess that's cool. Ramen and arms. I mean, we'll do arms last just because we want to be as strong as possible. But our accuracy doesn't really matter, like, at all. So maybe we should have done arms. Oh god. Was that even the correct button to push? I don't even think it was. Punch it. Dislocated shoulder. I mean, that at least makes sense. We threw our shoulder out punching the fan. Not that I would ever punch a fan right now because it's summer and I'm burning to death. But, you know, we're gonna do a little bit of what's with this guy, you know, but because I'm not really worried about our, I don't want to take 4% Doom for a crowbar. I'm sorry, the crowbar is not that good. We're not taking 4% Doom for a fucking crowbar. I'm sorry. It's look who it is. Holy shit. A potential chance to not, What if we just, you know, did that? That goes kind of hard. That actually goes kind of hard. Hold on. Yeah. That's cool. I like that. But yeah, so I told him that after we start clearing, you know, I don't want anybody to swap. But the thing is, a couple people wanted to swap, and one of them wanted to swap with me. Now the problem is, I don't do leveling very often because I don't know. I feel like I level when I want to. And so what ended up happening was, the healer wanted to take my position, and the tank wanted to take the healer's position, which, if I was to fill in as a healer, I would be in my perfect environment, because that is where I am a little blood lily flower, demanding blood sacrifices from the rest of the team. Feels great. But unfortunately, I am now a tank. And I let Plungerhead, because Plungerhead originally, when I got assigned physical ranged, I originally let Plunger decide which physical ranged I was going to play. The only one, if I had to pick, I would have picked Dancer, because it's the only one that I have experience with, and I learned the Dancer opener. So that's pretty, you know, so I would have done that. But he picked Bard, so I learned Bard, and Bard was actually really fun. I actually really liked playing a Bard. I'm gonna try to get Bard on my main. But for, we gotta go to the Hospi. We gotta drop Hospi. Oh no. So now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to I successfully attempted to get Plunger to pick my next job as a tank. Now, thankfully, my co-tank is playing Gunbreaker, so I only gave him the choices of Warrior, Paladin, and Dark Knight, which he described as Barbarian, Christ, and Edgy. And so I took, like, screenshots of what my character would look like with the armor. I gave him concept art of the armor, and that's the only thing that I told him. And so he told me that Christ.png went hard. So he chose Paladin. Now I'm gonna have to learn how Paladin works. I'm also gonna have to learn how to main tank, because the other tank is an OT, and he's also playing Gunbreaker, so I'm not gonna do that to the guy. Like, what kind of dickhead would you have to be, right? Like, what kind of dickhead would you have to be to make a Gunbreaker be the main tank? Like, what kind of monster? Now, if your main tank job changed into Gunbreaker, then they brought that on themselves, but, like, fresh static, you're still deciding people's permanent positions, their static positions, if you don't mind the pun, and you're just kind of deciding that. So I'm not gonna, if he doesn't have a preference and he was previously the off tank, I'm not gonna make a main tank. I'm not gonna do that. We gained sanity even though we failed. And by the way, this is a hospital as an optional investigation, so we're not doing that. Oh, that's the one that I fail. Cool. How many curses do we have? Oh, just one. Okay. I'm alright with going to a little witch's tree action here. Ah, we're in hell. 5 damage kind of goes hard. I don't want to do it though, and we're just swollen joint. Swollen joint. True. And real. How's our brace looking? This is gonna be a little bit weird. I really wish this had scaling. Oh my god. Goodbye, Kendo Helmet. Dickhead, get out of here. That sucked, by the way. That was awful. We're gonna go here, because we get one more curse. I mean, in real life, that's pretty bad. But in the game, we can deal with that for now. And I think we just go for it, right? We just gun it. Yeah, we just gun it. Just go, go, go. I'm a little bit worried about Innsmouth look because it's Innsmouth look, but all right, that's what I was worried about. 52, huh? I think you just roll it like this for a little bit. Or do you? You don't, actually. Yeah, that was a my B moment, actually. I should not have done that. So, Desperation. This will do... Now remember, this is actually doing... Oh, God. Because it does 4 normally. Oh yeah, this doesn't normally do 4, does it? We actually got a low roll, but I don't care. Wait, no, does it? I have no idea. Anyways, I have absolutely no idea. But it says 4, so that's what matters. So, this is going to do... Well, it's actually going to do what it says on the tin. It's going to do 12. Because we had the Athutu bonus and now we don't. So that's going to do 12. This is going to do 8. So it's actually going to just do what it says on the tin. We have a Takashi fight, so I cannot in good faith do that. But this is going to do 16, so if Kana wants to go throw hands, would you look at that? We're there. Feeling pretty good about that one. Now, I'm not feeling pretty good about that, but we can kind of cheese it a little bit, because we can rest until we get to 80 Doom, which is what we're going to do. And then, for that, we should be fine, because these are the only stat checks. This is a light source check, which we don't have. Sorry, these are the only stats. Do we have Takashi as a fight? We actually don't, because that's Freaky Flood, not Heart of Darkness. So really all I have to do is make sure that I don't die to the stat checks, which I was going to do automatically anyways by doing that. So not only are we full health enough to where all of our stats, like, we could only take -3 reason from this lighthouse, or -6, I should say, because we don't have 8 charisma. But that's okay. We don't need to get to 8 charisma. We're okay. We're fine. But wait, we could be a little charismatic as a treat. So look at that. We can only take -3 reason now. That's pretty cool. And that's pretty cool. Our second mystery was Violent Vigil. I remember that pretty well. Now our second enemy, I'm not gonna remember that at all. Pretty sure it was Whole Ridden Thing. That was wrong. That was wrong. Cyclops Neighbor, I'm pretty sure was the first fight. But I could be incorrect. But that's okay. We're completely fine. We had plenty of Doom to mess around with. We even purposely gave ourselves 6% Doom so that I could make all the stat checks. So, yeah. I'm pretty okay with how that run went. We love a good Miku run. We absolutely love a good Miku run. Chaos Rises. True. So with that being said, we are going to end the episode here. It was a good one. Thank you so much for watching. I will give you the reminder once again that every single subscriber that we get within the week-long period is a guaranteed Yashiro run. Why I made a reference to Yashiro at the beginning of this. 2 guaranteed runs so far. So you could make the Yashiro run happen if you wanted to. You could extend it just a little bit as a treat for yourself, but not for me. So if you've made it to the end of this video and you are not subscribed, you should think about hitting that subscribe button. You should think about doing whatever YouTuber tells you to do. You should subscribe and then ring that notification bell so that every single day I can annoy you with a video that is similar to this but slightly different. The one thing that I can say about this video to advocate for this series is that they are not AI generated yet. So with that being said, stay safe out there, have a good one, bye.